All right, everybody, back for another recap. We just finished day 3 at the Rogue Invitational, and I'm gonna give you all the details of what happened today, what happened kind of behind the scenes, and how things are going so far. So follow along. So day 3 today started with a really fast workout. It was the turtle workout. We had an earlier start today, and it was all pedal to the metal right away. So it was a big lunge out, some monkey bars, a sled drag up that big hill, and then you had to come back again, like sort of a pyramid chipper. It was this quick cap, 6 minutes, and kind of we got to watch the ladies go first today. So watching them go, we realized pretty quick that it was not even a 6 minute workout. It was more like a 3 minute workout. So you had to really floor it the whole time, and then try to just push through those lunges. The monkey bars were super irrelevant. I don't think they tripped anybody up or slowed anybody down. The game kind of got played on that sled, that sandbag drag, and then you had to just sort of hang on for dear life on those thrusts or the lunges at the end, and try to get yourself to the finish. So I did really well. I took second. It was really tight finish. Sam got me by 1 second. I got Henrik Kapalainen by 1 second. But there was a lot of, you had to be pretty careful. There was a couple guys got called back on the line on some lunges. Little mistakes like that cost you even a couple seconds made a big difference in that workout because it was such a tight finish. So super happy. I finished second overall, which was awesome. I went for a hand over hand drag on that rope bag pull, and it was super effective for me. It kind of saved my legs. A lot of guys were doing that double arm power pull, and you really use a lot of legs and hip drive to do that. So you get these big powerful pulls, but then you have to dead pull the bag every time. And it slid a lot better on the turf than we thought it would. In the back, we were practicing with just kind of bags on the street, and it felt like that hand over hand drag might not be the move, but I got some good intel from Lazar after he went out there. He said that it slid much easier on the field, so I figured I'd give it a crack, and it worked out really well for me. I was the first one back, and I just kind of had to hang on until the end. So really happy with that one, and it was a great way to start the day. Second workout was announced just that morning, event 6. It was the Duel version 2. So we did a workout like this last year at the Rogue Invitational as the finale, actually. And that one was a little riskier. It had heavy touch and go squat snatches, heavy double unders, and a heavy sandbag onto a pedestal. And this year was a little bit less risk, a little bit lower skill, I guess, but just as fast. We had to do a legless rope climb, and then you did 10 overhead squats, 135 for the men, 95 for the women, and then you had to carry I think for the guys it was about 200-pound sandbag across the line. So it really was a cycle speed race on those overhead squats, trying to not get any no reps and trying to move that barbell super fast. I'm pretty notoriously a slow mover. I like to move really nice and make them count, but urgency is not my thing. I hear it a lot from my wife and my coach that I need to move a little faster. So this was a good workout to practice that. We've been doing a bit of work on it, and it paid off. I ended up taking 4th in the workout, which was great. But this is an event where you have to play it round by round. I was in the top 5 going in, so we got a bye past the first round. And last year I had the same thing happen, and it actually ended up making it worse for me because you get iced getting that bye because you have to sit in the corral. We just sit in the dugout for 30-45 minutes before we got to do anything, and there was no other equipment to warm up with. So this year they left us a couple barbells to stay warm, and it was less of a big deal, and just having only light movements on the barbell made it a little bit less significant. But still, everybody kind of every round kept getting faster and faster. So I know we watched the first 3 heats go, and then they reseeded. Then we got to start, and I thought we went smoking fast, and I came second in my heat just behind Justin. And then we watched the other guys go, and everybody shaved a second or two off their first round. So you could tell as people kind of got into the workout and got more comfortable with the transition and everything got a little more automatic, those times got faster and faster. So initially, my goal was to make sure that I made that top 10, try to just be clean, and then you kind of got to send it in that second round. And if you make it past that, you're in the top 5 guaranteed, and then whatever happens, happens, and it's a good finish. So in my round, my second round there, in the top 10, I was really pushing hard on the sandbag at the end, and I kind of had to do a dive into the end zone because I was starting to lose control as I got close to the end. So made a nice diving play into the end zone, and there's probably some good photos. Took it to my head and made it into that top 5. So that was a huge win for me. I had a couple no reps in my last round, trying to really push the pace in that last one, but that happens when you're kind of really trying to be way too aggressive. So we were all kind of pushing that line in that workout, and we got a couple no reps, and that's the way it goes. But fourth place in that was terrific, so I was super happy with that. It was better than I expected. It's a great first 2 events of the day. And then this evening we had the max log press. So this event was kind of a gong show right from the start. We had a huge break after the dual event before the log, and everybody was kind of just you eat, you do whatever. Everybody's trying to eat a bunch and get big before they have to move heavy weight. But we knew that we had a strongman event, and then the women had to go first, so we had a lot of time. We had been given a call time when we had to be checked in and ready to walk down to the field. And so everyone was kind of dealing with that time frame. We went in and we warmed up a little bit. Everyone kind of slowly was mobilizing, getting ready. And then just as everyone was warming up to just start using the logs, we had 2 in the warm-up area, and guys were just starting to kind of practice the movement again and get things loaded. Somebody from Athlete Control came in and told us that they rearranged the schedule, and we had our call time was now in 5 minutes. So all the guys panicked, and we had 2 logs going. Only one of them was the same version of the log that was going to be on the competition floor, and we had 20 guys trying to just like ramp up weight to something heavy before we got out there, so we didn't have to cold start at 260 without any practice. So the warm up was abridged, and everyone was really frantically trying to get whatever they could get in, and just stepping all over each other. And then we got reamed out. Athlete Control came in and told us we had to start walking, or we were going to be disqualified, and it was ugly up there. So we ran out. We got staged to do the jerry can race, and then they let us. We had 5 minutes before the log press started, and then there was one log down there that only had about enough weight to load 225 or something like that. So with 5 minutes, everybody got 1 rep in at 225, and then we had to go up and open up at 260. So it was a sloppy presentation on the log clean and press for the men, I think, for the most part. And I think part of that's because we were poorly prepared. So it was a bit frantic to get that event running and get out there. And I mean, obviously, I didn't have a great performance in that event. I managed to save 1 lift barely and kind of tweak my back a little bit, which will be nice for tomorrow. But I definitely left myself wanting more out of that one. And, that sucks. It happens. And now I got to make up for it tomorrow. And it made the leaderboard very, very interesting going into the last day. So things tightened up a lot. And, 300 points left, 3 events, 1 that's still unknown. It's going to be a big Sunday. I know the first one tomorrow is not exactly my favorite, but the second one should be good for me. And then we'll see what number 10 has to offer. So it's been a fun weekend so far. Mostly good, 1 bad tonight, and that happens. So we'll see if we can rally tomorrow and finish strong and finish it on the right foot. I'll see you guys out there.